All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oliver Sagala. A little bit about my background. I entered real estate market in 1985 when I was 29, so you can figure out how old I am, right? I'm senior citizen for that matter, and I'm still currently holding my California real estate broker license, and I'm seriously thinking. If I can find a manager to run the company next year, for sure, I'm gonna revive my real estate brokerage. Not so much about selling real estate, but it's in conjunction with the program that I'm about to share to you tonight. And with this program, ladies and gentlemen, anyone that seriously that want to reach financial independence, you can do that within 1 to 2 years. And having said that, for any homeowners, if they seriously dig into this information and they take it seriously, they can pay off their home within 2 years. Okay. And that's the reason why I'm excited to go back to real estate next year. And assuming I can find a good manager that can run the real estate and also promote BGWell sharing group through through the company, so we can bring in homeowners to this program and take advantage of this program. And I'll show you even with a minimal capital, anyone can reach financial independence in 2 years. Okay. Of course, the company that we are talking about is BGWell Sharing Limited, and I'm very excited. I've been with the company since January this year. This is my 10th month, but the company itself already been running over 3 years now. 3 years. The third year's anniversary was August this year. So this company, though they work with another company, is not standalone. BG Wealth Sharing Group is a licensed by SEC as a registered investment advisor. Now, as a registered investment advisor, one key, they don't charge their customer any fee. We give the advice to you freely, no charge, just like what we're doing tonight. We're not charging you, but we are promoting, of course, the other company, which DSJEX, which is a trading platform. A trading platform meaning they trade, particularly for us, Bitcoin, right? And they're also licensed by SEC in a D category. D category, category D, that's for non-registered security license. So because we trade Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, they consider it's a non-registered security. So that's the kind of licensing both our company has in the different areas, right? So BG Wealth as a registered investment advisor and DSJEX as a Type D licensing from SEC. Now, with this in mind, with these two licensings, you can be sure that you are joining a compliant, a registered, and regulated company, okay, by the highest authority in the world, which is United States Security Exchange Commissions. Now, how do we make money in this program, right? Well, it's very easy. It's a profitable Bitcoin trade. Again, I want to emphasize it's not a guarantee of any kind, but based on my personal experience, you actually can reach financial independence within 1 to 2 years. And what is the meaning of financial independence? Financial independence means you generate income, let's say daily or monthly, more than what you spend without, what do you call it, punching a clock, meaning without working for somebody else. I do still work for myself in this business because I do the trade and I also do advising to prospect clients. But I love what I'm doing. But I don't have I don't consider the CEO of BG Wealth my boss, although he's my boss. But in a sense, I don't report to him to work. I do what I would do. I do what I do because I love to do it, and I also I make more money when I share this opportunity. So reaching financial independence within 1 to 2 years, this is how it works. Let's talk about our trading system. It's very simple. We call it CPC, which is copy, paste, and confirm, right? That's what we do. Copy, paste, and confirm. And if you can read good English, you can do it. You know, if you understand what you read in English, you can do this business, right? The reason why I say it, the company, all the materials, they some members they translate it to Spanish, some Hindis, some Vietnamese, but the official language the company uses English. So what I'm saying is, long you can understand what you read, you can do this business. Now, trading profit is ranging between 1.2% to 1.3% of your trading balance per day. What it means, 1.2% your profit minimum based on your trading balance. As you daily profit, you make daily profit, it added up to your capital, so it's compounded to your capital. So as your money grow, as your profit grows, then your capital also grow. And if you look at here in the bottom, this is actually a calculator that you can download from your app store, which is a daily compound interest. Let's say if you start $1,000 in our trading platform, and then the minimum profit is 1.2%, okay? And then let's say you do it for 12 months. Within 12 months, the money will grow to what do you call it? Will grow to 84,557, right? And then, of course, that's not probably not enough yet to reach financial independence. Not in America, but if you're willing to continue to do the same thing for 24 months, now the money will grow to about 7,149,921. My name is Oliver Sagala. Don't believe what I say, but you can do the calculations yourself. The only question that you need to ask me or the person that invited you, is it really they pay 1.2%? Okay. The answer is yes. Minimum 1.2% to 1.3% or in between, right? Now, some of us have a capital. I just heard Mr. Big Frank, is that Miss Frank or Mr. Eddie just said he has a prospect going to put $10,000. To me, $10,000 is a better amount than $1,000 for a long term, right? So let's say somebody put $10,000 because they have money probably sitting idle in a bank, only earning what, 3, 5, 6% a year. And if you put it in here, you're earning 1.2% per day. That money within 12 months will grow to 845,000. And then, of course, if that's not enough, in our program, time is really money. And if you're willing to do it for 24 months, that money will grow to 71,499,000. I don't care where you live, ladies and gentlemen, that amount of money it should make anybody financially free, right? Even 7 million can make you financial independence, but especially 71 million. So this calculator, you can play with it. In the beginning, I would say the first 3, 4 months when I joined this company, I always dream before I, not dream, I always imagine before I go to sleep, I play with this calculator. And I put my, at the beginning, I put my $10,000 in a calculator. How much is money going to be by Christmas time? You see, Christmas time is coming in less than 3 months, right? And I, I haven't have any Merry Christmas. The Christmas is merry, but I haven't had a Merry Christmas for many years. But this coming Christmas, um, thanks God, I'll have a Merry Christmas with my wife, right? And that's the kind of financial opportunity that this program can provide to all of us, okay? Now, let's take a look here about the licensing. This is very important to know. And like I mentioned earlier, DSJEX, DSJ Exchange is licensed by SEC. That's their license number right there. And then this is the type D, like I said to you. You take a look at that at sec.gov. You will find out. Read everything in there. Don't just believe what I said. go check it out yourself to make, to make yourself confidence that our company is very, very in compliant, right? Then, of course, our company where we join as members, which is a Busy Well Sharing Group, is also licensed by SEC, which is under SEC which is Registered Investment Advisor, and that's our license number right there. So, with these two licensing, ladies and gentlemen, the sky is the limit. And I always brag, anything made in America. I'm a America, United States, my adopted country. I love my old country, but also I love America. I love both countries equally, but especially America because I live in here. My children born here. I make money here. So this is very exciting because with these two licensing, ladies and gentlemen, you can be bragging about it in a good way, meaning I'm in the right company at the right time. And I remember when I was growing up, anything made in America, I always envy America. Now, in a capital market, our company licensed by the highest authority in the world, you should be proud to represent our company and to share this opportunity. And somebody said, "Well, I want to grow my money, but do I have to recruit?" The answer is you don't have to, but on the other hand, why don't you? Why don't you want to share something great, right? Are you so stingy to share the information to your family that probably struggling to make money? No, eventually, I have a friend in New York. He invested 15,000 in the beginning. That's why he told me, Oliver, man, I don't really, I'm not a recruiter, but can I just put my money to work for me in there? I say yes. But now he's a level one manager. He recruited 9 people already. And all he does is just show his account to his prospect while he's drinking coffee in the morning. And then he helped me basically do all the explanation, right? Now this man is taking a 14 days cruise in the Bahamas. I just I just sponsor his last guy this morning, right? And that's how we do it. We're working together as a community. But the point I'm trying to say, the product itself, the program itself would sell itself. All you have to do is just share it, open your mouth, and share the information to anybody that you think need more income, to join this program, right? Now let's take a look here more detail. How does our program work? I call it, is a three-in-one win-win-win system, meaning there are three parties that involved in the system. In our ecosystem, this three party working together. Party number one is you and me. We are acting as a trader, and anyone that you invite to this program. And when I say anyone, they could be anyone from around the world, as long they have access to internet. And because we trade Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a global capital, it's a global commodity. Whatever the price of Bitcoin in America is pretty much the same in South America or in Asia or in Africa. So it's a global thing, all right? And this is an opportunity of the 21st century. I mean, these things doesn't exist 10, 20 years ago, but now it exists because of the technology. So you and I is a trader, and our winning trade is 99.6%. As long as you follow the trade signals consistently, you'll make 99.6% on your trade. You might say, wow, that's very high, right? Some of you that have a day trading experience, you probably jump into conclusion, man, that sounds like too good to be true. And to be honest, I thought that way too, but I'm also an open-minded person, and my mindset at the time, man, if it's true, then I could retire with this program, and exactly that's what I did, and that's why I opened myself open. I let myself open in the beginning to this opportunity, and now, of course, I'm very happy I joined the company about 9 months ago. Now, the second party to this ecosystem is a BGWell Sharing Limited. They're acting as an advisor and also acting as a trading signal provider. So both these company, both the second part of this equation, BGWell is a central to this program. They are the brain because without BGWell, the whole thing is to me is impossible, right? It's only because they provide to us a trade signal twice per day, then we're able to do the trading, right? And they're the second party to this program. And then the third party, of course, DSJ Exchange. They're acting as a trading platform company, and this company trade our capital in the capital market 7 days per week, no holidays, 7 days per week, including national, international holiday. They trade every day. It's up to you if you choose, any particular day to your day off. Like me, I choose Saturday is my day off. It's to me, it's very important. I take 1 day rest according to the Bible. That's my week. That's my weekly Sabbath. But anyone that want to trade 7 days per week, the company provide the trade signals. Now with this cooperation of these three company, and also they have a rule already how they divide the profit, right? And this three party divide the profit this way: from every trading profit, 60 to 65% of the profit will go to party number one, meaning you and me as an investor, right? And then the other up to 35% goes to party number three, meaning DSJ Exchange. Now, up to 35% of this profit goes to them, and then in turn, DSJ Exchange share that 35%, 30-70. 30% will goes to BG Wealth. So that's how the system work. Everybody happy. All these three party very happy every day because all of us making money every day. Now, in the beginning, when I saw this three-in-one win-win system, I say, man, this is very good, very, very transparent. And that's also the reason I understood in the beginning this company is legit because from every trade, by the way, after the trade is done, they will provide you a trading report. They will tell you how much money you make, what percentage you make, and you know that from every trade. It's not like some other scam that I get involved before, which is they promise you whatever, but you really don't know what they're doing, whether they do it uh, accordingly or they're just simply lying. In my opinion, they're simply lying because we never know. I never knew what they're doing. They just took our money at the end of the time. When they cannot get any more money from us, they run away and they turn off the website. Now, our company, with all this licensing that we have, and then they've been around over 10 years now. I mean, the parent company over 10 years, but the BG Wealth is and DSJX is only 3 years, right? Now, let's take a look in the long term. So, what is the BG Wealth Sharing Group? BG Wealth Sharing Limited is a long-term investment platform where all members who join the team can increase their profit in two ways. So when you join BG Wealth, become part of the family, you'll be earning number one, your stable income. The stable income, as long as you continue doing the trade, you'll make that. There, that's pretty much done deal, right? Like I just explained to you. But the second way to make money is just like the name of our company sharing. You cannot hold it, but share this opportunity, and if you don't share, either I don't want to say the word, either you don't want more money or you being stingy. Stingy meaning you don't want to being selfish, you don't want to share it to other people. But our company is designed to share this opportunity around the world. Okay, now let me emphasize this about sharing. um in the beginning I asked Mr. Stephen Bird, why do you name your company sharing? Because at the time I was kind of curious about it. And then he gave me an answer like this. He said, I'm a multimillionaire. I make more money more than enough for myself. But my goal is to bring this technology, this opportunity to the common people around the world to change their life, right? I could make a lot more money if I just invite maybe 10, 20 hedge fund company and put maybe a multi-million dollar account, right, in my system. I I make more money doing that way. But what about the common people that only have 500, 1,000, 2,000 to work with? Does these people have a chance in a capital market to grow, to make advantage, to take advantage of the capital market? No, they don't. Not by yourself. But he said, when we pull all these people together, like right now we have over 450,000 members around the world, even with $1,000 per members, that's become $450 million capital pulled together. And because of this pool of money, we are become a whale trader, right? We actually penetrate the market. When we enter the market, when BG Wealth and DSJEX enter market, we command the price. Whether we think it's go up or goes down, it doesn't matter. As long the signal is correct, we make money. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, understand this. This is the reason why you are invited to share this opportunity, not only to change your life, for sure your life, but people around you, they need to hear about this message. You will become a channel of blessing to many, many people to come, right? And when I understand this concept, ladies and gentlemen, I said, okay, I'm in. I'm in. Although I just signed up January 5, um, I don't start promoting it until March 1st. But when I start promoting it, ladies and gentlemen, I really give my heart to this program. My team know that I'm here every day, right? Every day when people need my help, I'm here. I My personal income is more than I need to spend, but my goal is to help as many people as long as I can, right? So both of these sources of income will create a long-term financial stability and financial freedom for all of us, right? Now let's take a look here. You decide to join this company and also to build a team, and you will see there are two ways to make money or to do a profit sharing with this company. Number one, the first income that you're going to get is we call it a now money or a profit that you make in the beginning. For example, if you bring somebody, by the way, it's minimum $500, but let's say somebody put $1,000. Immediately, the company is going to advance you a bonus $100 or 10%. And the person that you bring in also is going to get 5% or $50. Now, this money is immediately available for you to withdraw if you want to, but most of us in the beginning, we add it up to our trading account to grow more money, right? What if somebody put 3,000, you're gonna get 300, he's gonna get 150. What if somebody put 500, 5,000, you're gonna get 500, and he's gonna get 250. So in the very beginning, this is what they do: maximum $5,000, right? But I was kind of crazy enough in the beginning. I asked them if I can put $10,000. It wasn't because I have a lot of money. I actually did it because I was desperate, right? But luckily, I have some cryptocurrency XRP sitting in my wallet, and because my previous experience wiped me out, I don't have any cash at all. So I asked them to put $10,000, and actually, my sponsor kind of wonder. He told me like this. He told me you're broke, but you want to put $10,000? Yes, I'm broke. I don't have any money. I don't have any source of income, but I do have about 30,000 XRP. I want to cash it in. I really want to make money right away. And it was kind of crazy back then because I don't have anybody to compare with that put $10,000, right? But I was there because, but actually, my decision also based on my investigation about the company. It took me about 1 month and a half to check out the company before I make a decision. So that was kind of my background. But today, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people already put 10,000, 15,000. The company allow you to put up to 20,000 without any permission. But if you put more than 20,000, you have to ask permission from the CEO of the company, Mr. Siebenbeard. So basically, this is I call a now money that you can get right away as you share some information. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the later money is a better money, is a greater money, is a greater income. As you build a team, the company have a system. When you provide this information, when you bring in 5 people to the team, it doesn't matter where they put $500 or 5,000 or 20,000. The count is the body, not the amount of money, right? So if you bring 5 people, then you'll be promoted to become a level one manager, and then your bonus now either a half percent of the trading volume, daily trading volume, or minimum 30%, not 30%, but $30 minimum in the beginning. And then also they will give you a promotional bonus, all this from level one to level seven right here, right? Now, when two of your people become a level one manager, meaning they replicate what you're doing, uh, two of them become level one, then you have at least 25 people in your team. You'll be promoted to level two. Then your bonus now either 1% or $150 every 10 days. By the way, you got paid 10 every 10 days on the 9, 19, and 29. And as a managers, when the payday, you need to inform the CEO that, hey, I'm ready for my commission this week or today. Make sure the reason why they don't want a sleeping manager getting a what do you call it a blind salary, meaning you get your salary but you don't do anything. So they want to make sure that you are still alive. So you need to make at least once a week, once every 10 days. Yep, yes, Mr. Stephen Bird, I'm ready for my. We call it dividend, basically minimum salary or bonus. We call it dividend, and every 10 days you need to notify them. Now, at the end of well, when you get three direct level one, and then you become a level three, you make a minimum $500, and then you got this promotional bonus 800. When you have four direct level one, and with the amount of people 500, then you'll be promoted to level four, and then your salary will be one minimum 1,200 or 2.5%, right? At level five, you have five direct level one, then you have 1,000 people in your team, and then your minimum salary will be 2,400 every 10 days. That which is 7,200 every month, right? That's quite a bit salary. And I say level five is probably the beginning of financial independence because your minimum salary is 7,200. That's that should be a good start to what do you call it to fire your boss, and then level six, you have six level one, and then you have 2,000 people in your team, and then your minimum salary will be 5,000, and then your promotion reward 12,000. At level seven, you have seven level one direct, and then your team members 5,000, and then your bonus will be 4% or 10,000 every 10 days minimum, and then you got this promotional bonus 25,000. Now let me elaborate level seven. Level seven is the highest level so far the company created. But when you reach level seven, the money is just gonna increase and increase and increase because why? Because there's no limit in our level. They just create a volume. Let's say someday you have 10,000 members, and let's say also the average account in their account is $10,000. That's very reasonable because, like me myself, I've been with the company 9 months. My account is already, what do you call it, 10 times over, right? That quadruple is 4 times, but my account is over 126,000 today. And let's say when you are level seven, all your members say average 10,000. 10,000 times 10,000, that's 100 millions. 100 millions, 1% of that is 10 millions. 4% of a 10 millions, that's 40,000 every 10 days, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually money that come day, rain or shine, day after, week after week, or every 10 days, actually, that money will come to your pocket. And this is on top of your personal trading. Remember the stable income, your personal trading. This is what we call profit sharing, or another word we call it dynamic income, Dynamic meaning it could explode to any amount later as you build a team, right? So basically, that's how we make with this company. Actually, there's another benefits, but we don't have time to explain everything. There's a extra bonus when you bring in a new persons. There also reimbursement when you do meeting and you invite people to eat. They will reimburse it too. So this company is very generous, and I'm very proud to be part of this organization. And you will know, you will learn as you join the program, right? Now let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, other things, right? When you join this company, before you get to level 3, level 4, level 5, and so on, I invited you basically uh, to get the third permanent signals. To get a third permanent signals, to me, that's the beginning of building your personal wealth. And the reason why I say that, when you get your third signals, that means you'll be trading 3 times instead of twice per day. And that means when you get your third signal, you practically increasing your personal income 50%. And before, if your income a day, let's say $100, when you get your third signal, your income will be like $150 and more every day. All right. And how do you get the third permanent signals? So once you successfully help 5 directly referred members from their own team, and each new member deposit over $500, you will receive access to a third permanent additional signal. This means you will receive 3 fixed trading signals per day, like I explained. So when you become a level 1 manager, you bring personally 5. And in order for you to get a third permanent signal, you have those 5 also to become level 1 manager, meaning 5 by 5, I call it. And when you do that, that's when the company will give you the third permanent signals. I hope it's very clear. You can ask question later on that, but I think it's very clear, right? Now let's take a look here. This is the last page of this presentation. The question I always say, what is it really 99.6% winning rate? My answer is yes. I've seen it and I experience it and I'm living in it, right? As we have a trading accuracy of up to 99.6%, it's very unlikely that a trade would lose. However, if it does, we go by a 5 paces plan to trade again for a higher percentage to cover any losses. So how do we get 99.6%? It's all because the technology, artificial intelligence, do most of the analyzing, although they have hundreds of experienced analysts, but mostly it's done by artificial intelligence. And whatever happened any part of the world, the AI can detect it. In a split of moment, they make a decision based all the data they gather together, right? You probably will hear the news something happened in Gaza in Middle East next day, or 2 3 hours later, but they are know it second by second. So that's why the human mind is limited, but the AI, artificial intelligence, is pretty much unlimited, right? But let's talk about if there is a loss in a trade. They could lose a trade, but you could not lose your money because the way it works like this. So let's say your account in the beginning of a trade is $605, and then the system put $5 into trade, and if it's a winning trade, your profit will be $3.50, which is 99.6% is a winning trade. But what if phase one is a loss? Then immediately they will announce it. Okay, get ready. We're gonna go to phase two, and the phase two they triple the money now from 5 to 15. And phase two is a winning trade. You make 5.5, right? But what if phase two is a loss? They go to phase three, they triple the money, and if it's a win, fine. But if it's a loss, they go to phase four, they triple again the money, and if it's a win, great. But if it's a loss, go to phase five. At phase five, this is probably the critical moment. At phase five, if it's a winning trade, great. They recover all the money, and they also give you a profit. But the question is always, what if 5 faces a loss? Well, the company have a written agreement to everybody. If 5 faces a loss and you lose your capital, basically all of it, right? How do you lose it? Because you follow their signals. And the agreement is if you lose your money because you follow their signals, BG Wealth is obligated to replenish to pay back all your loss. So the next time they open the trading, you still have a money to trade, right? But hear me out here, ladies and gentlemen. Having said all this, I've been with the company for 9 months, on 9 months and a half now, because today's what? Today's the what is today? The 13th? Today is 13, right? Almost 9.5 months. I
Yep.
lost trade twice, but they recover it at phase two, right? They recover at phase two twice. So in other words, I didn't lose any money because they recover at phase two, and so far they never go beyond phase two, right? And we never experienced phase three, phase four, never mind phase five. And this is my personal opinion because they use artificial intelligence to analyze the whole, the market. So even even without saying, if there is something wrong with the capital market after phase two is a loss, for example, they probably will stop the trade because they don't want to take a chance, for example, to go to phase three and lose money again and go to phase four, never mind phase five. So that's the reason why when you understand this page, ladies and gentlemen, you should feel confidence that you're not losing any of your money anytime, right? They have this mechanism to protect your money and my money because our company is not a gambler. They are basically they know what they're doing and they use the latest technology to do most of the work. When you understand this, you can sleep at night like I do. I'm very I sleep very sound every night. Actually, I get up early in the morning, do my exercise. The first thing I do, I check, what's the price of coins today. But looking forward for a daily trade. That's kind of my activities every day. So understand this page. When you understand this, there's nothing really to worry about your money, right? Now let's finish this presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this is my account based on the date October 5th, about 2 Sundays ago, I think, right? At the time, my asset balance is 117,690, right? And then at the day, my profit is 2,256. And my withdrawal at the time was 69,900. So tell me, guys, where can you go with 10,000 investment? And I have withdrawn what? Actually, I withdrawn close to 80,000 already since that because almost every day now I withdraw money. Um, and then my daily profit is 2,200. Some people say, "Well, you're earning more than like more a doctor." A doctor say earning $1,000 a day, right? Well, so be it. At least I don't work that hard as like a surgeon, for example. But this is a reality. Now, to make the proof here, ladies and gentlemen, this is my withdrawal records. Actually, I have like 7 or 8 pages like this, but this is my withdrawal records in the last, I don't know. This is August 21, and this is October 5, right? But like I said, I already withdraw. Yes, like today, I withdraw 20. No, I withdraw 3,500 today, 3,500, right? And the reason why I withdraw it, not because I need money, but I already promised one person that they need to fund their account today, and I have a hard time to buy. I guess that's kind of the risk for me as a leader. Sometimes I have a source of buying it. Sometimes they're not available, so I have to buy it. But instead of buying it for somebody else, I withdraw $3,500 because I have somebody to put $3,000 on their account today. So the point I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, this company is solid, very, very solid. Whatever doubt you have in mind in the previous program, um, you can trust this company with all the licensing they have and all this withdrawal records here. It's money to be made every day. So basically, that's my presentation. But before I finish my presentation, I want to take your mind to one slide here. I don't know if you heard about a writer named Robert Kiyosaki. By the way, Robert Kiyosaki at one time was business partner with President Trump. They wrote a book together. But his second book, Robert Kiyosaki, his first book is called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read this book in 1999, I believe. And then his second book is called Cash Flow Quadrant. Now, on this book, he's emphasized all of us as a member of society, wherever we are belong to four quadrants, right? Number one, the majority of the people are quadrant E, which is employee. About 95% of the human population belong to quadrant E. But the sad thing, 95% of the population only control 5% of the wealth of the world. Can you imagine? 95% control only 5%. Now, when people are sick and tired, they go to school and they become professional, maybe a doctor or lawyer, whatever. They become a self-employed, right? They make more money. Now, as an employee, you have a job. As a self-employed, you own the job, right? Have you seen a surgeon never work, right? A surgeon make $1 million a year, but he's still probably working what, 18 hours a day, operating people in a hospital. But that's being a self-employed, right? Now on quadrant E and quadrant S, you see this time clock here. They still have to spend time to make their money. Okay. Now, when people become sophisticated, they have capital, they have maybe a special knowledge, then they start a company, they invested money in, I don't know, multiple purpose like building, inventory, employees, and all that thing, but they're taking a risk, okay? And then they have a company that run for them. They have people working for him, and then, of course, when his company is running well, making money, then he playing golf. His employee, working, making money for him. And then when he have excess money, we're talking about like uh, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and all those billionaire, right? Or Elon Musk, for example. When they have excess money, then they invest it in various investment vehicles. Now, their excess money making more money for them. They're become an investor, right? Become an investor and money making more money for them. Now, I have a good news for you, ladies and gentlemen. In a smaller scale, BG Wealth and DSJEX provide you immediately. It doesn't matter if you're still employed or self-employed or business owner for that matter. You can jump into become an investor right away. Whether you start $500 or $10,000, that money immediately will be start making more money for you, 1.2% every day, right? As your money grow every day, and like in my case, I start $10,000, and my money today basically, let me see here, it's 127,766, and that's because I withdraw $3,500 in the morning, and today my income is 2,342, right? And in this case, ladies and gentlemen, my money make more money, right? So the invitation to you, ladies and gentlemen, come to our program. You become an investor, and later, as you build your team, you share this opportunity. When you have, by the way, this cash flow quadrant said, when you have 500 employees or more, that's when they call you a business owner. And in this program, when you become a level 4 or higher, you will have 500 people or more in your team. By the way, I should become a level 4 this coming week because as this morning I have about 496 people in my team. I keep my finger crossed this coming week or this week, I should say, we should become a level, what do you call it, level 4. Okay, so that's my invitation to all of you. And when you decide to join us, welcome to our club.